What's going on, collectors? In today's video, we're going to be pitting two brands against each other. I've got PGM Models on one side, I've got Tarmac Works on the other. You can see that these are both SuperNine variants, but let's see what sets them both apart starting right now. Alright guys, so before we dive in, if you're brand new to the channel, consider subscribing. I'm posting up at least one video a week. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, that way you can stay up to date on all my new video releases. So we've got both of the models out of their acrylic cases. I'm just gonna let them sit on the base because it's got information on the base that I wanted to share with you guys. But we've got PGM on the left, Tarmac Works on the right. As soon as you open the case, the Tarmac one comes with a limited edition slip card, tells you the number, got a little card here, logo going on. Pretty nice little thing that they add in there. On the PGM, you get this little pick, and I'll show you exactly what this is for here in a minute. As far as the limited edition number goes for the PGM, that is actually listed on the car itself. You can see it right here. So this is number 192 of 999 pieces. PGM always runs a limited amount. Next, we can take a look at the bases. So the base on the PGM is literally like a solid marble base. So definitely a little bit more on the luxury side for PGM, whereas the Tarmac Works is just this plastic base here. Next, we move on to the front end of the vehicle. Front end looks pretty similar. The only difference I can see is that the headlights on here look a little bit more accurate with the yellow, whereas the one on the PGM is more of an orange color. I believe the one in real life does actually have a little bit more yellow. We've got the number, the RWB logo, the raw welt banner on there. We've got all the white canards here, but as you can see, the Tarmac Works only has this one white canard, whereas the PGM has both canards here, which is a lot more accurate. We've got the license plate here at the front. The opening on the front bumper, you can tell that it's a lot more detailed on the PGM right here. On this one, they kind of just didn't put the license plate, and it's just kind of like a blue. There's no front bumper cut out on that one. It does have the front lip as well. Also, what I noticed on the Tarmac Works is that it does not have a lowered stance, much like the PGM model. We all know that RWB is super low styling when it comes to that. So maybe it's because it's still on the base that it's doing that. But even if you took it off, I still feel like the tires are already hitting the ground, so you're probably not going to get any lower on that. Something else you'll notice, the roof looks pretty similar. You can also tell just barely, but a little bit of the shape in the car is also a little bit different. I'm not sure which one's going to be more accurate, but I'm sure PGM does their due diligence to make sure it's as accurate as possible. So definitely a lot more detail on the PGM. Now, one thing you'll notice, big time difference. The PGM has a hood line here. The Tarmac Works does not. Why does PGM have a hood line? Well, that's where your trusty PGM pick comes into play. You get in here and open this up. There you go. So, surprise, surprise, the PGM is a fully open die cast. So you're gonna get a lot more detail out of the PGM model. And for that reason, obviously PGM is a different price point as well. So both are metal body die cast, just that PGM is fully open and Tarmac Works is not. Let's move on to the side profile here. We've got the SuperNine logo on the side. We've got the lightning marks here. Everything's good. We actually have the riveting on the over fenders on both models, which is nice. They actually did that on the Tarmac Works. The rear flare here, this arrow, definitely a lot more aggressive on the PGM as opposed to the Tarmac version. The spoiler has all the Japanese text there. It's got the raw welt banner on the back. And that's a cool little detail. There's like a little skateboard looking thing on the Tarmac Works, whereas on this one you don't really see anything. You do see the defrost lines. Now, when you go to the inside, on the Tarmac Works, it looks like it's just all blue. Like they did not spend any time doing anything in there. Whereas on the PGM, you can see that it's got full bucket seats, a blue dash, everything else is black. It's got racing seat belts in there and everything of that nature. Let's see if we can zoom in there and see that. See that? It's got all those little details, whereas the Tarmac does not. Almost looks like a Hot Wheels type of style in there, where it's just all one color, nothing detailed going on. Believe it or not, the Tarmac actually has windshield wipers, whereas the PGM does not. I love the detail on the wheels for the PGM, especially that rear wheel. You can see the Tarmac is not as detailed on the spokes, whereas here it's super detailed. Both have the idlers tire stickers, both have the brake vents for the front, but definitely on the PGM it's looking a lot more detailed here as opposed to the Tarmac Works. So again, with the PGM, you can see that the door opens up here fully, and with that you can actually get a better inside look of the car as well, so that's nice. It's got the door panel here, everything looks good. This is actually part of PGM's brand new initiative to make cars like this, so it's kind of neat. Alright guys, so here we are at the rear of the car. You got spoiler, tail lights, exhaust tips, some decals here and there. You've got the rear license plate on the PGM, no license plate here. The little piece underneath for the exhaust right there, as opposed to the Tarmac, which does not have that. So definitely two different ends of the spectrum, and then obviously PGM opens up and you can see the detail of the motor in there. Question of the day, what is your favorite PGM model, or what is your favorite Tarmac model? I know both brands have a lot of models released already, so let me know down in the comments which one was your favorite from both brands. So if you want to see some more JDM Eye Candy collectibles, you can check out my other videos here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in those videos or my next video.